Hi everyone, this is Ritu again on your favorite show, I hope, the Ritu podcast show. And today I have with me a very dear friend, Kavita, to talk to you all about life, about my friendship with her, and also an amazing book named The Choice. So before we get into the book, I'd like to say a few words about Kavita. She is my friend of 20 years, I guess, and she's my first friend in the US and my best friend. And I'm so happy that she's agreed to come to my show today to talk to you all and also talk about herself a little bit. So over to you, Kavita. Welcome to my show.
Thank you, Ritu. Truly appreciate giving me this opportunity and sharing my experiences of life and the book that I'm reading with you and your reader. So, truly appreciate that.
Right? So, Kavita, tell me a little bit about yourself. You live in Michigan right now, correct? And you're originally from Mumbai, India, correct? And how did you get, is reading your passion? Have you always been reading all your life, or this is something that you picked up over the years? Tell me a little bit about your reading experience.
Um, um, I love reading. I'm a avid reader. I love all genres. Over the during the pandemic, that's what I discovered, that me and my daughter is also a avid reader. So we were discussing that we should explore different genre, um, and that's how I cultivated myself more into the reading, and I just love now
Yeah.
reading all
I
different.
think the whole pandemic has impacted each one of us in different and unique ways. Some of them are positive too, like a lot of us got into new habits or maybe rekindled old habits that were lying somewhere under the rug. So great. So that's good. That's good. So what is the book that we are going to discuss today? It's the book called The Choice by Edith Eger. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how did you come across this book? How did you find out about this book?
Yes, the book name is The Choice. I have this book with me. So
Great.
it's by Dr. Edith Eva Eger. This is the story about a Holocaust survivor, her experience. I came across. I was looking for a good memoir to read. Um, I I I I felt like I should get inspired reading people's experiences and how they look their life, their view, looking at the life and the experiences they have come, they shared through their books, and that's how I picked up this book. And I felt I saw good reviews about this book, and I thought I should be, you know definitely look for reading for this one.
Checking it out. Okay, great. All right. So tell me, Kavita, while you were reading this book or after you finished reading that book, how did the book impacted you? Or were there things in the book that really influenced you or made you make changes in your life or your perspective towards life?
Definitely, the book is mainly based on, that what I took it from the book is that, in life we have a choice. We always have a choice. We should every 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 step of our life we are given two choices, and the choice that we make, we should understand the power of choice. If the choice we make shapes our future, our destiny. And that's what caught me in this book, is that the survivor, this Holocaust survivor, her experience, she this book is very intense read, and it's very difficult read as well, with emotions, a lot of emotions. But in those all uncertain circumstances also, she was so positive about, she was looking towards just how to move one day forward and survive during that experience. And that's what touched my heart, and that's what I felt like, that I can connect myself to that, and I can relate to it, because I think, if I see my life back, I felt like there were always incidences, or the uncertain moments of my life where I was not sure what paths to take. But then I always picked up a choice. I decided to choose this over the other. And that's how I shaped my life. And I can relate to you. I can share my experience. Um, when I belong to a family where after the basic educations, the girls are more get into the getting, they get married and they settle in their family life, and that's what is about. And I'm talking about like a 3 decades back.
Yep.
This is like long back, but
Yeah, and I can totally relate to that as well. Yes.
yeah. So that it was a very difficult time, and that was not my dream. My dream was to study further, um come to US and explore my life, and I was not ready to settle down on that options that I had. But it was very difficult time. I really struggled to convince my family, and it took me some time. But I think I'm so happy that the choice at that time, I did not go into the comfort, and I I picked up the path which was difficult at the time and very uncertain. But that's the power of choice.
Mm-hmm.
You make a right choice and you believe in it and you work towards it. You shape your destiny, you shape your future, and I think the future among around you also, the other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. That's what this book is, that you have a every uncertain events has two options, and it's you, the individual, has to take that decision what path to take, and you know build up your
Yeah.
destiny.
Yeah. Like I read somewhere today or probably day before, it said that you you have the power to make a choice, but you got to stick with it, right? You have to stick to your choice. And I think a lot of people, and I will include myself in that too, are afraid to make a choice that they want to make because they are in fear of the unknown, right? Familiarity, even if it is miserable, sometimes feels comfortable than an unfamiliar territory where it could go either ways, right? You could make it or don't make it, but here right now where you are, you at least know what you have to face, whether or not you want it or not want it. At least you're familiar with it. So I think a lot of people will relate to that. That making that choice and then sticking to it is really really hard. But for
and
the
i
people,
believe and i believe that the change is very difficult,
yeah,
because you have this comfort life, what is the next step and step after that.
yeah,
And then that's any human being, in that case, like any change is very difficult. But
yeah.
if you don't change, there is no growth if you don't change.
Exactly. They say, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes, right? So that's what it is.
Yeah.
So tell me, Kavita, for people who are maybe struggling at this time, uh, in any which way, any aspect of life where they are trying to make a choice but are scared or afraid or not courageous enough, do you think that this book, if they read this book, might give them some sort of path or some sort of encouragement or motivation? What do you think? Is this book for those people, or like, what's your opinion on that?
I definitely recommend reading this book, because this book, the author is not only the Holocaust survivor, but later on she becomes the therapist and a motivational speaker, and
Mm-hmm.
she puts down the theory how to come out of the depression or if anxiety and some uncertain, not so good experiences of the life, and how to
Right.
come out of it. So I will definitely recommend this book, but I would also recommend that this book is very intense read.
Hmm.
There are some portions are very, it's very difficult to read, but
Yeah.
at the same time, if you look at this book, read it with open mind and open
Right.
heart,
Right. Right.
and take your time to read and process the information. And it did help me. It did help me with my personal experiences that um, I recently had a difficult exposure of um, a disease which is kind of rare, and this book gave me that idea, that how to handle that. I think it helped me. It helped
Mm-hmm.
me to to take that rare disease which has no medicine, how to look at the life and the life among the others who are dependent on yours, and make this life more positive, happy, and um you know uh enjoyable,
Mm-hmm.
then just be feel pity about your problems. So
Yeah.
I will definitely recommend this book. It helped me, but read with open mind and
Right.
take some time and process it.
Great, great. Thank you so much for that insight, Kavita. And I think I want to applaud you to be, so courageous and brave to share your personal, really personal experience and how this book helped you overcome that challenge, whichever way you're facing in your life. And I have known you personally for so long, and so I know your life in and out, and how you've struggled through, and how you overcome, and how you motivate and inspire people around you. I mean, I'm someone who get inspired by you, not just because of your bravery and courage, but also so many other good qualities that you have. And the good part about you is you don't shy away to share that knowledge, to because you also want the other person to grow, and get some advantage from that interaction, even if it's a small interaction or a bigger one. And I'm sure when my viewers are going to look at this interview, they will definitely take back something positive, definitely something that can help them overcome any sort of challenges that they're facing, and that they will read the book and send me comments by telling me how it improved their life or not, or if they liked it or not. So thank you so much, Kavita. I really, really appreciate you coming on today. I know we've been talking about that for a long time, but it finally happened, and I'm really super excited. So thank you again. And before we close, if you want to say any closing remarks about the book, I'll give the floor back to you.
No, I think I've said it all. I truly
Okay.
appreciate giving me this opportunity and sharing my experiences. I do believe that sharing is caring. The more you share, it goes into the right direction, and
Yeah.
people also make the best out of it. Um, Life is a journey, and
Yeah.
so is the reading book. I
Yes.
will always recommend someone to read book for sure. It's the
Yes.
best friend ever.
Yes. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kavita. With that note, I will take your leave. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon again. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Ritu. Bye.